Oh, sit down. If you're in the chat, holler at me. Hit me up. Yo, yo. Oh, yo, bro. My favourite hated greeting. Yo, bro. Right, who's going to be first? Oh, here he is. Zomboy. There you go. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just got to sort somebody out. But I'm waiting for everyone to join the conversation. Oh, sit down. What's going on with Tate? Any new info? No. We're not going to talk about the arrest. If you want to just Google it, man. Do I need to trademark to register the brand in the brand seller? Yes, you do. How are you, G's? What up, man? Where is Top G? Do you have any more info? It's been a little bit. What's up, TJ? It's been a little bit. All that we really need is a little bit. Not a lot, man. Just a little bit. But yeah, we're not here to talk about Tate. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off as much as I'm pissed off as much as what's the saying? I'm as pissed off as it is. I'm already pissed off enough as it is. There you go. Finally got out there. Do I need the brand seller to do PVC campaign? You'll need to be private label. You can do wholesale, but you have to win the buy box to do it. Are you allowed to register a brand under 2 Amazon accounts? Yes. No, you just... Basically, you don't need to have 2 Amazon accounts anyway. Just have 1. 2 seconds, guys. Sit down next to me. What's the situation with the shit on his New Year? It happens on the 8th. How long are they shut down? It's not on the 8th. It's like the 21st. But I think a lot of the Chinese are having time off already. Plus, they've got a COVID problem as well. So, yeah. How do you think your mentality influenced your success with Amazon? Is there anything you could share for those of us who are still trying to scale to 10K? Good question. The attitude has to be whatever it takes. So, everything else that works around it, you know what I mean? So let's say you're not working at the moment, you know what I mean? Or you're trying to do it on a straight budget, you know what I mean? You got to do everything you can to throw as much money as you can. Amazon will work long term, you know what I mean? It doesn't come overnight. I've said this to a client of mine. The only difference is he's got a lot of money to spend. So he'd obviously have a better chance of getting the money back quicker. But even then, it's still a longer process. So it's just a game of perseverance. This is the reason I put the student lessons out there. As obviously, it's a psychological game as much as it is an external one. So, yeah. But, so, you are a millionaire. Of course. Of course, fucking of course. It's happening to you, a long time no speak. Don't remember you. I'm joking. I saw people on Facebook promoting their Amazon shop by refunding the money after a purchase for a positive feedback. No, I ain't doing that. Give me my fucking money and get away from me. Leave a good review. If they start inboxing me saying, I'll leave a positive review for... what's it called? I'll leave a positive review for a free product. I'll just usually report them. Because I ain't tolerating that shit. I want to start private label, selling by over €1,000. Should I start wholesale sale then start? I'd save up and start. I wouldn't... I'd commit to one of them. And if I was going to save up, I'd save up and do private label. Hey TJ, just found out my product isn't allowed to do PPC on Amazon. What other ways do you suggest advertising my listing? You can do influencer marketing. Again, this is all in my, what's it called? Tutorials. So you can check out influencer marketing, or you can do TikTok ads and that kind of thing, but I'd go check out the Ecom Campus for that because I'm not too skilled in TikTok ads, I'm not going to lie. Gotcha. As with everything, a combination of patience and work ethic. Yeah, unfortunately, you know what I mean? To make correct decisions, you know what I mean? This is why we have the criteria and the courses for you guys. You know what I mean? It'll be the best fucking investment you've ever made, HU, I promise you. Because the amount of scar tissue I have just from doing the wrong thing, you know what I mean? It will save you that all day. Had a bad start, me. I ordered 10 samples for authorisation to sell this brand. I hasn't got the order twice. Where did you buy from? I don't get it. How do we find the fulfillment centre for the products we ship to? You do that through creating a shipping plan. So you have to create the shipping plan, tell them how many units are going to be sent to that product, to that fulfillment centre, how many units are going there, what the products actually are, and then they'll give you a shipping label as well as a fulfillment centre for you to send to. Who do I send the barcodes to? Depends if you're doing private label, you can either send it to a designer or put them on the packaging, or you can send them directly to the Chinese for them just to slap on. So it's either or. What do you use to animate your YouTube videos? I don't, to be honest. I have someone else do it, so I don't really know. I just pay them. How long does Amazon give you to send the products to the fulfillment centre? You got 90 days before the shipping plan ceases to exist. It gets closed. I sended my packages to Amazon. Sent is the word you're looking for. To Amazon using UPS. It's been more than a week since they scanned it. Should I ask for a claim? No, 2 weeks. You have to have 2 weeks before you actually start hitting up Amazon saying what's going on. My friend, it's a busy time of year. You know what I mean? And they've just literally got rid of all the Christmas shit. So just be patient. UK wholesaling, they sent a selling application. They told me they don't want you to ruin their mutual relationship with other sellers. Right, okay then. That's not a very good start now, is it? But at least you only did samples, which is a good thing. Oh, sit down. Has everyone worked out today as well? I was going to go back to the gym because I was that pissed off today. You don't need to ask why. It's good shit, those. 90 days is a long time, where I expected less. No, they're pretty tolerant. I have now ordered a product from a wholesaler in the UK. I am gated and looking to receive an invoice. Now starting out 2 units to buy and gated. Or assuming the invoice works, I'm potentially contacting the wholesaler about sending products straight to Amazon. I ran 12k today. Fuck, I'm not a runner, man. I can't do running. It does my ankles. So I'm not much of a fan. One moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to help somebody out doing some shit to me. The annoying thing is I've been told I'm doing a lot of call. Is getting on gated the seller application, yeah. Yeah, sort of. You just need to apply to sell. So basically, obviously, you just send them out the invoice. For the process of setting up a private label, is it preferred to require to have a logo, travel report, set up a seller account with Amazon? It doesn't matter. Only when you enroll in the brand registry it matters, because that's when obviously you'll need to actually have all that shit ready. So first off, yeah, you can set your seller account up, no problem, because you could be selling for wholesale. But if it says ask, do you have your UPCs, barcodes, are you the brand owner or manufacturer, just click brand owner. And yes, I do have barcodes. If I advertise through an influencer, can I have a link directly to my product, or do I want people to organize? Fuck no, you're having a link to the product. And they use an Amazon Associates link, so it's an extra. Again, all in the course, man. You shouldn't be asking me this. You should be going through the course and going, oh, thanks for that, man. I don't need to ask any questions. Well, I do need to ask questions, but the questions I need to ask are ones that I just don't quite understand about the course. But yeah, it's pretty clear. But yeah, they have an Amazon Associates link. And then they send that to their customers, so they get double because they get money from you and they get money from Amazon. So yeah, you definitely want a link because they say, yeah, welcome today, guys. Today's video is about this glove, but today's message from our sponsor. Do you want a pissing iPhone cover? Then this new iPhone cover is brilliant because XYZ. Link in the description if you want to check it out. It'll certainly help the channel, some bullshit. Especially the guys with cults, you know, like with a cultish, not cult following, but you know what I mean, the ones who have really loyal followers. This is what they say about anonymous accounts don't do as well as personal accounts. So if I had a personal account of me, you know what I mean, but people will have a lot more trust in something. Let's say I always say that you should buy that glove. You know what I mean? People will have a lot more trust in me saying it rather than just an animated voice saying it that you don't. There's no face to it, do you know what I mean? That's why people pay celebrities ridiculous amount of money for endorsements. Because it converts, do you know what I mean? Because people trust celebrities. So if I order 10 sample products which are expensive and they deny my applications are selling or returnable, what do you do in that boat? eBay. I'd try and make one up, to be honest. Or something, just try something. Wholesale's not my forte, to be honest. Michael, let me know what you think. If you're in here. Before I leave for the gym, TJ, if you could consider recording these and upload the best questions and answer the real world, those who didn't attend. These are uploaded. So, they're uploaded. So all you got to do is literally come back to this link, rewatch the video, and then just go through the comments that you think are good questions, and then find the time where I'll answer them. But yes, that is noted. Shit, wrong one. What are you going to go do at the gym? I'm interested. Have I missed anything while I've been gone? Yeah, man. We had aliens. We had an alien on the live stream. He was like, yeah, man. Real world, where it's at. Like, our world's not as good as your real world. I was like, yo, safe, Mr. Alien. Totally agree. Does Amazon change the fulfillment center every refill, or does it remain the same every time? It can change. It depends what's going on. It depends. Some fulfillment centers might be more appropriate for a certain type of product. Generally, it stays the same, but it's not always the same. So it'll be on the sticker anyway, so it doesn't really change anything for you. So is the real TJ, this is the alien TJ. Let me take my face mask off. No, there was two people. I'm still me. The alien just left for a bit. Can you guess what his name was? Which is more scalable between the two, wholesale or private label? Private label, because you can control everything. Wholesale you can probably scale quicker, but I don't think you could scale it as much. So yeah, private label all day. That's why I advocate for private label. Gives you more room to move into. Oh, sit down. The good thing about private label is obviously you create your own brand. Good stuff, Mr. JJ. Here comes to JJ. JJ. Do you know of any cross-border payment service that work with Amazon and wire transfer? PayPal. The Chinese don't take crypto. The only problem with crypto is you have to trust the other person you're sending money to. Evening, TJ. For FBA private label, I started shopping on Alibaba and then import prices UK look extortionate. 2 units over £66. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't do small amount of units. So yeah, what we do is basically we buy bulk from Alibaba and then we send it to Amazon to distribute themselves. So let's say we buy 100 units and then they'll send it out to our customers. So yeah, it's not as extortionate as you think. If I don't get a denied application again, yeah, hopefully not. Well, you don't need to worry about denied applications when you do private label, unless you mean you need to get the money to get into private label. In that case, fair enough. Today's a pull day. Start with weight pull-ups, deadlift, arm rows, push-ups, bi-weekly. Where's all the fighting? Where's all the combat in there, man? There's no combat in there. There's a reason we're told to fight and not to lift weights. Lifting weights is all well and good, but fighting gives you that confidence difference that lifting weights doesn't. This is why weightlifters hate fighters intrinsically, because they know lifting all them weights, a fighter isn't fazed by it because he knows what the situation is. That's why you never see bodybuilders in fight gyms. They hate it because they know they get pieced up. And if you notice as well, I'll see what I can show you from this angle. Whenever you get big, when you put your hands up, your hands do that because your lats are so big that literally you stay open like this. Watch any video of a bodybuilder. His hands are like that. They're splayed out. They're so open under here. I noticed this when I started training back. I was like, why are my hands splaying out? Because they're open and I'm open to shots. So, why is everybody hitting me up right now, man? I'm a Mr. Popular. But yeah, nah. Combat training, man. Does the buy box vary between Amazon Marketplace? How do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean, but vary between Amazon Marketplace. Is it worth selling big items like washing machine size a bit less, but with profit of 100? XL items are a bit of a no-go, to be honest. Plus they're electronic. I generally avoid them. I didn't start watching the whole course yet. I stopped what you said because I'm required to have at least 1,000 in cash. But for what? To advertise your product. To buy the product, for all the fees you're not going to see right now. Transport costs, seller account fees, advertising, everything. But yeah, if you haven't got $1,000, man, shit, you need to get your ass to fucking work. I mean, I was paid £150 a week and I had £1,000 after about 3 months. Does the maths work out on that? I don't know. But it's about right anyway. Because I couldn't work out where everyone else was poor around me. Like, if my friends were making like 300 a week at the time, man, I was like, what, man, 150 a week, but I've still got money. And it's totally just a spending habit. Because people used to say to me all the time, oh, no, it's hard for poor people, man. It's fucking, there's not in a privileged position like you. I was like, my friend, how do you think I got to this privileged position? Discipline and putting the fucking right things in the right place. Do you critique product like products on the real world if messaged? If you're absolutely ready to buy it and you've done all the research, if I ask you a question and you don't give me the right answer, I end up blanking you because I know you haven't done the right research. I want every single thing, all the criteria, I want the answers for every single one of them. And I want you to hit me up with the answers. So then I can go, yeah, okay, sound. Okay, then show me the products. Okay, cool. Well, go ahead with it. But the only problem with doing that is if it goes wrong, you're going to blame me. So I'll happily help you. But again, it's still your own risk. You know what I mean? Because there's no guarantee any products will ever sell. I don't care how great it is on paper. There's never a guarantee. You know what I mean? The market will dictate everything. But if you want to inbox me and you've got all the answers ready, cool, go for it. Been doing kickboxing, going to switch to Muay Thai through. Seems better in my eyes. Yeah, Muay Thai's not bad. The thing is, I might have a bruise on the side of my head. Basically, I was having a little MMA spar with a guy who does Thai boxing all the time. He's about a similar weight to me, a similar natural weight, because he's a bit more shredded than I am. And I started off obviously just standing and striking, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to shoot on him because I know he's not going to be able to defend it very well because Thai boxers aren't used to being shot on. As soon as you get in their face, they cover up. So I lifted the guard, shot on him, and fucking I hit him straight in the hip. Right on the side of me, because I was expecting him to sprawl the takedown, because obviously you're supposed to sprawl the takedown. MMA fighters usually sprawl. And then eventually I got the takedown and I finished it. I can't remember what happened. I feel like it was a Dagestani handcuff thing. But yeah, I totally wasn't used to that. But yeah, this is why I like trying to MMA instead of just one martial art, you know what I mean? Because MMA is kind of like the final answer. There's like, okay, if you can stand up and fight, cool. If you can't, you're going to have to shoot, you know what I mean? And if someone shoots on you, you know what I mean? You've got to be able to deal with it. I appreciate the call out, brother. I'll get back to boxing. Yeah, boxing isn't bad. The only thing is boxing's terrible for MMA because your fucking leg's so far forward. Because obviously boxers stand more square on because you're a smaller target to hit. But your leg's so far forward. And when an MMA fighter or a Thai fighter sees that leg, they chop it down and it just gets eaten up. And if you're not standing more square on, it's hard to check them leg kicks. Back to Amazon anyway. I can't find a supply with an MOQ of any less than 500, but it's less. If it is less, the price is like $200. Just keep going, my friend. I can imagine you've only probably looked through about 10 of them, which is not that many. I'd say get to at least 50 before you start worrying about not being able to find a supplier. How did you learn all this? Scar tissue, bit of YouTube. I didn't really have a mentor per se. I had the War Room at the time. And a few guys in there had done it previously. Especially a Twitter influencer actually I was following for a bit. So yeah, it was just good advice. You know, I mean, I took a lot of the Warren teachings from there. How much do you generally spend on a single PPC campaign in a week? Oh God, I don't know. 3 grand, something like that. Maybe. Let me think about this. Probably less. Probably 2 grand a week, something like that. I don't know. About that, I haven't really checked, but I'd guess that anyway. What is the best product search tool for FBA? Helium 10. Yeah, use Helium 10. There's a discount code in the resources section if you want to use it. In the other resources, sorry. Plus, they're doing a product research seminar if you buy before the 31st, which is tomorrow, I believe. What do you think of Krav Maga as fight sport? Nah, I think it's bullshit, to be honest. You're not really going to... I don't think it's wise to try and grab a knife off somebody. Trying to get a knife off someone's like trying to get pen off a child and you're not going to get pen on your hands. Do you know what I mean? It's just something you don't... You know what I mean? You just don't take the chance. Maybe hit him once and sprint, but I'm not going to try and fucking Aikido his pistol at his hand. Where does the SKU come from? Amazon will generate one for you. It's basically a stock keeping unit. And what it is basically for the seller. Let's say if you've got your own stock keeping unit, you've got your own warehouse and stuff, which you probably don't, you know what I mean? And I don't have really. I've got my unit, but I don't really have a warehouse as such. So you can put your own SKU in if you want, or you can have Amazon auto generate one. That's what I do. Amazon auto-generates it, so you don't need to enter anything. It's about, if the teacher says that you can fight easy against the knife, get out. Yeah, trust me. Forget that, man. It's just like, I don't know if you've seen that video that Tate shared a while back. It was actually a guy from a place not too far from where I am, Smethwick, in the West Midlands. Is helium-10 also good for wholesale? I think so, yeah. But there are other options. I think that might be cheaper. Ask Michael about that in the chat. I think he might have a discount code for Celeram, so let him know and he should be able to help you up. Am I a fan of Paddy the Baddy? No, I don't like him. I do not like Paddy the Baddy. I think he's, one, full of shit. Two, he's just a, how do I put it? He's a bit clown world, isn't he? Plus he's a socialist as well. Just like, yeah. Can't help them people. But the thing is, I don't think he actually understands a whole lot. I think he's a little bit dumb. Because overrated, yeah, majorly. He didn't even win against the last guy, I can't remember his name now. But yeah, I don't think he won against him. But it's literally just down his cash cow, isn't it? Fight of the night, yeah. Fucking shit. Wasn't even a fucking fight of the card. Yeah, he is 100%. Jared, yeah, that's him. Yeah, he won that. But yeah, I don't like Paddy the Baddy. But then again, there's a few UFC fighters I didn't actually like. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, JJ, I'm not going to lie. But there's a few UFC fighters I never used to like Sean O'Malley. I never used to like him very much. But now I like him. His hair kills me off. Oh, no. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's too bad, but I think his advice about talking, I think the whole advice about men talking to each other to solve their problems, it doesn't work. Talking to your friends, okay, it makes you feel better, but feelings come and go. It doesn't sort out the actual bottom problem of what's going on. In fact, I can honestly say this now. I'll say this fucking to everyone. I've dealt with psychological problems where I didn't want to leave the house and I'm just not functioning correctly. It happened majorly during the pandemic. I had proper cabin fever. I'd go out and walk the dog and I'd be fucking just paranoid, just nervous and weird. And I was like, what the fuck is going wrong with me? This isn't normal. I was like, okay, then I can talk to people about it. So I tried that. Stupid idea. I was like, okay, now what should I be really be doing? I was like, you know what, okay. The gym's going to open again in a week. I'm just going to go straight down the gym and just literally work out until I've got, you know what I mean, I'm back to fighting shape. So went to the gym. I didn't enjoy the first day. I was fucking paranoid. Heart was racing. I just didn't like being out and that. And I thought, you know, okay, go again tomorrow. What would they tell me to do? You know what I mean? What would they tell me to do if I was in that circumstance? Just keep going to the gym. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Face your fucking fears. That was a major one. Just face your fears. You know, because a lot of people, their anxiety starts to eat them up. Do you know what I mean? So the best thing I did was just face the fears. Like whatever it is, man. You know what I mean? Just you gotta face it, because once you get comfortable with something bad, you know what I mean. Like you don't fear it anymore. Like I remember where was I now? Oh, I was in Ibiza. That was it. And I'm scared. I'm not scared of the sea, but I'm on edge by the sea because I know how dangerous it can be. Do you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people have drowned by just doing reckless things. You know what I mean? Like, swimming in the sea is pretty high on the list of things that I'd say are pretty dangerous. Most people will do. But I thought, you know what? Just get in the sea, like just have a little swim around and get comfortable in it. You know what I mean? And I was fine after that. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, just paranoid about certain things. Same with in Dubai. I tried to rent out. I don't know if you guys know about what a sea bob is. Google it, man. It's cool. Check it out on YouTube. It's cool. I don't know if you guys know. If you know what a sea bob is, basically it thinks it dives down. But I was in Dubai and I couldn't see anything in the water, and I was just like, fuck's that, man. I don't like this. But after you just do it for a while, you know what I mean? You get comfortable in it. You know what I mean? Like I say, get comfortable in the hot kitchen. You know what I mean? It's where you have to be. I lost sparring as well. I didn't want to spar for the first time. I was nervous. You know what I mean? I was like, for fuck's sake, what if I get fucking pasted out? What if fucking shit goes wrong and all this, like, you know what I mean? But you just you get into it and you do it, you know what I mean? You got to face it. And then you get more and more confident. And from there, and from doing it more and more, you get more competent. And the more competent you get, the more confident you get with it. Anyway, let me get back to your questions. Selling foods on FDA, good idea. Expiry dates, I generally tend to avoid it. You're watching Bellator versus Risen. Don't know what that is. Talking won't fix F all. No, unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, again, it's feelings, and feelings are just like, they come and go. So it's like, it'll make you feel better in the time being, but it won't solve your problems. Bro, I still can't use all those numbers. Everybody's so rich in English-speaking countries have a lot of work to do. Good, join us, man. The rich love each other, man. You don't know. Well, I say that's actually not true. The rich respect winners. Self-made rich respect winners. You know what I mean? Because of how hard it is. I was thinking this to myself the other day because I noticed in a lot of fight gyms, a lot of people, they try and take the easy targets when they're sparring. Let's say they go for a spar. They'll try and pick the new targets or the easy targets. I'm like, why? You're not going to make yourself better as a fighter doing that. You just want to do something to justify your ego, make yourself feel better. It's like, come on, challenge your fucking self. I respect the person who challenges himself. I don't care what the challenge is. Let's say I do it on the daily and it's easy to me. But if you challenge yourself and it's hard for you, you know what I mean? I respect that. Because it doesn't matter how small or big it is, you know what I mean? You're advancing yourself as a person. And if you're advancing yourself as a person, man, you command my respect. But a lot of fighters in the sparring in the fight gyms, a lot of them spar, they're fucking weak. And they make themselves feel better by just hitting a live punch bag, basically. But if there's one thing I've learned, even fight gyms aren't immune to clown world bullshit. For barcodes, how many do you need to buy generally to start out? It depends on how many products. You only need to probably buy like 5. You know what I mean? But it depends on how many products you got. You know what I mean? You can buy 1 if you've only got 1 product coming out. But again, that's only needed for private label, not wholesale. Wholesale, you don't really need barcodes generally. Do you work at the real world? Yes, my friend, I'm your professor. I'm your fucking senior officer. Stand up straight. If anyone gets that quote, you're a G. On some wholesale websites, we'll ask for the shipping address, we'll purchase an item. Will I put the Amazon Fulfillment Center on there? Depends what the deal is with the wholesaler. If they know you sell on Amazon, yeah, go ahead. If they don't, you might want to arrange your own courier. Exactly, me at kickboxing with sparring, I was well scared for the first time. Yeah, you are. Unfortunately, it's the way it is, man. The first time I properly sparred was, in fact, I can't say. It was an event, basically. And I weren't looking forward to it. In fact, the first person I sparred was 6'5", massive. Couldn't land a glove. He was just too far away for me to get a shot in. I'd love to see it if I could, man. I'd love to go back and watch the footage if I had it. But yeah, that's why I'm here. Top man, well done. I used to get scared at sparring when it was a new opponent. I'm a little on edge when it's a new opponent and I don't know what the person is, because I remember sparring this one lad. He was saying with me, like, we'd have a chat, like, and but I hadn't sparred him before. Gets the sparring, he's got the fastest fucking jab ever, and he's a southpaw as well. So, like, the hand's even closer, and you're just like, okay. I was trying to bait him into, like, like a southpaw trap, where one hand goes down and one hand stays up. So then you slip to the side and you throw the backhand, because, like, it comes straight down the middle. So they throw the jab, they're overextended, and you go through. And, but his fucking jab was that quick, it just went boom, straight through. Whoa, fucking I'll move quicker next time. But yeah. Good fighter he is, though. Apparently he used to train with Leon Edwards, so that makes a bit of sense. I haven't sparred for years, looking forward to the experience. Yeah, man, it's good fun. You get addicted to it, to be honest. The only annoying thing is, when you spar too much, you get injured. My shoulder's a bit ruined at the minute. I got Americana the other day, and that pissing popped my elbow a little bit. And I was struggling to extend it for a bit. But yeah, sparring does get addictive, but it is good for you. And this is what I say to people around me, you know what I mean? There's a good reason we fight, because it gives you that confidence to say, let's say someone wants to fuck you over on a deal, you're like, no, fuck you. You know what I mean? You'll stand your ground and be like, yo, what's the consequence? There's no real further consequence than violence. And if you're comfortable with violence, you'll be confident dealing with people. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of these people are, how do I say, a lot of predators. They'll try and take advantage of the weak. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that is the nature of the world. You know what I mean? The weak do get taken advantage of. So just make sure you're not one of them. Do you know what I mean? Just make sure you're not one of the poor people. How has ChatGPT changed how you approach Amazon copy? All I do now is, because most of my products are fairly basic, so I'll just go to ChatGPT and type in, give me a coded description for a nail, let's say. And then it will literally do all that. I might have to change a little bit of it, but come on, it's a few words, you know what I mean? You don't have to go spending $60 on a copywriter. So yeah, it's going to put them out of business. Well, not put them out of business, but it'll reduce a lot of the cheaper guys. A full copyright will always be needed. Do I have to get ungated on every category on Amazon or every brand? Are there products that don't need ungated at all? No, you don't. But then again, a lot of them are going to be private labels, so obviously you can't get ungated on them because the private label seller won't let you have him. So for many, yes. It's usually the bigger brands, to be honest, because the bigger brands put gates on. But no, not every single one, no. And are there products that don't need ungated at all? Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a few. Oh, sit down. Use ChatGPT. Asked how many cubic centimeters are in 1 cubic meter. Answered 100. Great. How do I know? It says apply to sell. It either says sell this item or apply to sell this item. If it says apply to sell this item, it means you're going to get ungated. If it doesn't say new or any condition you can sell it in, that means it's in a restricted category. So don't F with them. So yeah, before you commit to buying the product, obviously try and get ungated on it first. Because you know what I mean, you can say to the wholesaler, send me the invoice and I'll get it paid, you know what I mean? Or alternatively, it might be just an online one. So yeah, it's kind of annoying in that case. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, I think you could use ChatGPT for a bit more than that, Thomas. How did you find out about FBI? This story sounds super sus, but I promise you it's not. So basically, here's where it starts to sound bad guy. I was swiping on this app, and I met this dude on this app, and he was saying, "Do you want to start an Amazon business?" I was like, "What's that? I've never heard of it." He's like, "Oh, it's basically Amazon FBA. You send products to a fulfillment center, and they send it for you, and you sell it on Amazon." I was like, "Oh, okay." I never really used Amazon at the time. I was more of an eBay person, and so we had a meeting. And he explained everything to me. He's like, "Okay, I want you to invest in it. I just want to do I'll do all the management basically, because I know what I'm doing." He was a copywriter apparently, and I was doing all the research myself. He was just like, "Yeah. And that was it. I was doing the logos, the fucking products, everything." And I thought, you know what, we need to have a meeting. I thought, I'm just gonna test him a little bit. We need to have a meeting. So I said to him, you know what, meet me in Birmingham town, which it wasn't even. It was literally a bus journey for like £3. Because he wasn't driving at the time, which was a bit of a red flag, if you want my opinion. Bus journey into town. Yeah, what time we meeting? It was like 9 o'clock on a Sunday. He's like, "Oh no, I can't do it. My wife's ill." I was like, "Why? What so?" He's like, "No, she's ill, man. I've got to stay here." I was like, "Do you think the competitors are gonna have these excuses when we try and fucking make money?" "No, I see what you're saying, but you just got to understand, man. It's a family, man." I was like, "All right, fuck it. Never mind." Never spoke to him again until he messaged me about about 2.5 years later. Telling me how much bad things have happened to him. I was like, yeah, obviously. I'm not surprised at all. When you have that kind of attitude, man, it doesn't do you any favours in any fucking realm of your life. So, yeah, that was how I got started on Amazon. My totally not gay story. Is there not some website that tracks which products are gated? Not that I'm aware of. Ask Michael in the chat, actually, unless he knows one. Or George, he might tell you, but I don't think so. How can you still live in England when you're making all this money? Do you know what that reminds me of? There's a Paddy the Baddy clip, and it kind of made me crack up. Apparently, some kids went up to Paddy the Baddy's old man and said to him, "Oh, aren't you Paddy the Baddy's dad?" He's like, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Mate, what are you doing living around this shithole?" He's like, fucking bloody hell. But what am I doing still in England? Well, my business is in England for one. A lot of my base is in England. So yeah, I'm set up here, but truth be told, I'm focusing most now on MMA, obviously the real world, and obviously my own business. Once I've got that done, you know what I mean, I'll happily do travel. But the truth is, when you have the ability to basically do what you want, you don't want to travel all the time. A lot of people who travel are just trying to escape their shit lives. Get it? Some people love doing it. Fair enough. You know what I mean. To the people who have made us like the lifestyle entrepreneurs, fair play to you. You know what I mean. You've earned your right to do everything you want to do. But for most people, most with that conqueror's mindset, that full entrepreneur mindset, you don't want to leave home. You don't want to start doing all this over the top shit. So I probably will be setting up bases in the future. Will I leave England fully? Maybe. I might set up base in Dubai to just take advantage of the beautiful country. I know Dubai's not a country. The beautiful weather, beautiful people, and obviously the beautiful tax breaks that we don't want to pay. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. I used to work on a building site, and there was this newspaper article that came out, and it said something about billionaires avoiding tax or millionaires avoiding tax, some bullshit. And I went in, the site managers were speaking about it, and he was paying like, because he was in the 40% bracket, and he was making like 50 odd K a year. And he was like, I don't fucking get it, man. Why should they get away with it and I have to pay it? And I'm like, my friend, that's like someone going around kicking everyone in the balls, and then they've kicked you in the balls, and you're like, wasn't he kicked him in the balls instead as well? How about nobody gets kicked in the balls? Because that's what taxes are, kicking the balls. So yeah, that's the mentality. Crabs in a bucket, man. They want to pull you down with them. Good on you for taking initiative, man. You are blessed. Way too blessed. See you later, Metal. Mr. C. Would you relocate to another country, and if so, where would you want to live? Yeah, probably Dubai. Dubai's okay for most things. It's just a bit... A lot of people are there for the same reason. There's a lot of... It's hard to form a full lot of relationship with the people because a lot of them are there just to make money. You know what I mean? And everyone's... A lot of the ilk people are similar, you know what I mean? A lot of them are entrepreneur-minded. They're there to straight up get rich, you know what I mean? But if I wanted to settle base somewhere, yeah, Dubai 100%, man. I love the way they're very crypto-friendly. They're foreigner-friendly. Everything there is just, you know what I mean, set up correct. Dubai seems like the place where it's mostly easy to do business, and there's no taxes. It reminds me of like what America could have been if it had just stick to its root principles of like the early 1900s. And the free text, that's free insights. Mr. C from the Shaman, I imagine. What other businesses do you recommend after getting success on Amazon? It's kind of a dumb question, and let me put an analogy back to you. Let's say you become an absolute super champion boxer. It's like me saying to you, after you become a champion boxer, what do you think another good sport would be to get into? Should you go into Thai, MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, whatever? Then you'd be like, well, I don't need to do that. I'm champion in boxing. Makes no sense to me. It's the same thing. You're exceptionally skilled and knowledgeable now in Amazon. Why change? If you want to take your business offline, but you're still operating that business, you know what I mean? Do that. But to change now and start a brand new venture, do you know what I mean? You're in a much better position to use what you know and love. You know what I mean? It's like double down on your specialist rather than trying to find out something new where you're obviously going to be better than probably the average person because obviously you've got that business experience and you've probably got a lot of money at this point. But you're better off just sticking to what you know and love, man. If I was to dig for oil and there was a fat pot of oil and there's still a lot of oil down there, I'm not going to start digging new holes. I'm just going to dig fucking harder. I'm going to suck the shit and oil up that barrel. I put pipe even. Don't know what's a barrel. But yeah. Investments are another point. So, yeah. So what are the recommend? I'd say, I don't recommend any other businesses. I'd say, unless you want to go into that business for fun, fair enough. Which is something you might like doing, like, You know, a lot of people make a lot of money and they're like, oh yeah, I want to own my own restaurant or whatever. But investments, I'll be more inclined to go for investments. If you watch my video on where to begin as an entrepreneur, that should give you a good base understanding. In fact, some people say to me all the time, it kind of annoys me because how stupid it is. Tom, now you've made all this money, do you want to put it back into property? And I think to myself, okay then, if I put my money back into property, how long is it going to take me to get my money back? A lot of it's dictated on the market, of course. You know what I mean? It's the way the world is. But in order to make an extra, let's say 10k a month, let's say I want to make 10k a month from property. To do that realistically, you're probably going to need to do extra releases, but I'm not going to go into all that. So let's say I want to buy property. I've got to put, let's say I've got a 200 grand property I want to buy. To get almost guaranteed to buy, I'm going to have to put like 25% down. So that's 50 grand down now. To get now, let's say I make 400 a month, perfect amount of profit from rent. Let's say perfect scenario, I make 400 a month. Ignore the capital appreciation at the moment. In order to do that with Amazon, I've probably got to get one more product. I can put 3 grand down, if that. What's the fucking point? And 400 a month's low. And I know what I'm doing with the Amazon. I don't know what I'm doing with property. And there's too many, the thing I don't like about property as well is there's too many laws on the tenant side. Especially in the UK. So, it's a stupid point people say to me. Or like, if you made money in crypto, would you take it out of crypto and put it in property? I was like, I get it, it's hard assets that are tangible. Do you know what I mean? Because crypto obviously could go to zero, let's say. It's highly unlikely. But in that case, you know what I mean? Then yeah, okay, I get it, but I'm more comfortable with what I know. So become a specialist in areas. You don't need to be a generalist. You know what I mean? You don't need to spread your bets all over the gaff. Yeah, I don't like tenancy, man. I don't like how many laws are on their side as well. Plus, if they don't pay rent, man, what am I supposed to do? I can't threaten them with violence. What's up with that, man? Can't threaten someone with violence. Obviously, I'm joking. But yeah, now you can't do anything to get your money back. So you kind of got to just apply to the courts and pray. I wouldn't do it. I'd invest it. You know. Andrew Tate said buying property is stupid unless you are rich like him. Yeah. I don't mind property, you know what I mean? I've got property in Dubai, so... But Dubai's a lot different. Plus, I was a bit younger and stupider at the time. I know stupid is not a word, but yeah. I was a lot younger and stupider at the time. Dumber, that's the word. You doing it for New Year's Eve? Am I? Probably not, to be honest. I'm an old man now. Hello, what do you teach? Well, Piotr, I'm glad you asked. Amazon FBA. I need to register my brand on Amazon in order to add my product. They are requesting images of the products and brand logo and packaging in someone's hands. Yeah, asking for the supplier. You'll be able to do that. My name, Piotr. I'm doing it for New Year's Eve. Probably not, no. I'm a boring old man now. Probably go do some sparring. If someone gives me some crazy plans, I'll probably join in, but probably not. I don't like the main event types, man. Like, you know, the main event. Like, people go out for Boxing Day, Christmas Day, or not Christmas Day, sorry, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Halloween, all that shit. I can't try to avoid them and stick to, like, the small gatherings of good people. But yeah, no, it's not too important to me at the minute. It is what it is. Oh, sit down. Right, guys, any more questions? We're 45 minutes in. And I thank you for not asking any questions regarding the case. Any more questions? If not, I'll wrap this one up. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, sit down. Do you have a room full of inventory? Yeah, kind of. I have a few. Quality over quantity, in it. Dylan, stop saying in it. It's in it. If you want to use proper English terms. It ain't a real word. It's short for in it, innit? It's Tuesday, in it, fam. Howdy there, Parton. Scott. Scott, you sound like an American. Because Americans say that shit all the time. If you want to start a UK-US beef, I'm down. I'm super down. Because we're better with the banter. You know it. Close. Oh, not a Canadian nerd. Canadian, that's what I call them. It's not in it, it's in it. Not us, though. Not US, though. Yeah, Canada, it's even worse. I'm calling from the worst country in the world, Canada. We tied you thou. Lol. What? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Canada's got a dorky ass Prime Minister. What are we talking about? I don't know what CBDCs are. Speaking Canadian. Soccer. Tie. Oh, you're about America tying against Britain. Oh, England in the World Cup. Yeah, I know. Dylan, can we please take you out? Dylan, can we please get rid of you out of this chat? Central bank is your currency. I don't know much about it, my friend, unfortunately. Anything that's centralised, I don't really have a good opinion of, to be honest. Has anyone seen that video? There's a geezer. He goes to the he goes to this guy who says to him, how do you feel about a central bank being a plank of the Communist Manifesto? And he's like, I know that's not true because I'm a communist. And he's like, literally, plank number 5 of the Communist Manifesto is that all money and wealth should be at the hands of a central bank owned. And that's exactly what central banks are. You know what I mean? So it's kind of ironic. Everyone thinks we're in a capitalist world when we're not. Don't know why the central banks exist. I think they're a big problem for most. I think they're what's the word? Can be blamed for many of our problems. Streaming tomorrow. Is it Saturday? Probably not. No. Have good fun. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Do your work and make sure you enjoy yourselves. It's what we're fighting for. It's what we're doing all this work for, man. So we can enjoy life. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life, man. There's nothing wrong with having, what's the word? Rewarding yourselves for things, man. Have that fucking chocolate cake. Do what you want. But just as long as you earn it. Enjoy New Year's Eve, Cunningham, in a bit. That's the correct way to say goodbye. Thanks, Night Teach. Cheerio, Scott. Oh, Scott. Check your DM onto the real water pick your brown at 2 products to launch. What if I don't want to respond to it? What if I just feel like not listening to you? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, like, enjoy it in moderation. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap this one up since nobody's asking me any more questions. Plus, I've got a few people to respond to as well. So, thank you very much for joining us. If you have any questions in the meantime, drop them in the chats. I'll get back to them, or Michael will. Or hopefully one of the other captains, but it's most likely going to be me or Michael. Yeah, I'll see you guys on New Year's Day, I'm guessing. And yeah, let's all pray for Big Boss Tate. See you guys on the 1st.